this event today was excellent. Very good discussion and really very good expert interventions. It is really important that the Ukraine think tank liaison office is bringing these people together. So on one hand, having a perspective from the Ukrainian government, on the other hand, hearing what members of the European Parliament think, and then civil society and think tank representatives. I think we need to put Ukraine more often on the agenda for discussions here in the European Parliament. I think it's important to demonstrate that Ukraine continues to reform, that Ukraine continues to change, that in fact the environment is very dynamic. Sometimes the stories that we hear here in Brussels are quite one-sided or quite superficial, and they really show only one picture and not the complexity of everything that's going on. So I think it's very important actually to have this sort of reality check every so often to make sure that EU policymakers really understand the challenges Ukraine is going through, but also the commitment that it really has made to reform and to Europeanize. So I think these kinds of events do help bring Ukraine closer in its Europeanization and European integration in the longer term. Yes, I've been cooperating with the think tank liaison office for a few years now, and I think they have a very important role to play in Brussels by connecting Ukrainian think tanks with Brussels-based think tanks and other organizations. I think we have seen that in Ukraine, civil society, the think tank community has played a critical role obviously in the Ukraine Euromaidan revolution, but also more broadly in driving reforms in the country. And I think it's really important to have that voice heard here, but we also need to professionalize somehow the recommendations, the policies that are presented from the Ukrainian think tank community, and also make them more and more relevant to the discussions here in Brussels. And I think the linkages that the liaison office is doing with established, long-standing major European think tanks are very helpful in that sense. For one, to really help elevate the product that comes out of Ukrainian think tanks, but also give it the visibility that it needs here.